So you are thinking to start a business in 2026 and don't know how much will it actually cost you. Let me break it down for you today. A service business can be started from 2 to 5 lakh investment, but a product business from 5 to 10 lakhs. On the other hand, manufacturing business can cost you from 15 to 50 lakhs minimum. As a bank officer, I have reviewed so many startup applications files, and today I'll break down the cost of each type of businesses, because I have seen so many entrepreneurs, they have never seen they in fact they are blindfolded by the expenses they have never seen coming. Hi, I'm Sangeeta Sharma, an ex-bank officer. I have spent 11 years on the other side of desk reviewing and processing business loan application. I'm here to tell you what banks, investors, or some business gurus won't tell you. So if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and follow so that you never miss an update from me. So let's quickly get started. Now I've seen many businesses starting with just rupees 50,000 and have a massive success. But there were some businesses who started with 50 lakhs of capital but had a massive failure in their first 3 months. Now, what was the difference? The difference was only understanding the real cost upfront, not some obvious ones. Now, if you understand the real cost upfront, you will plan accordingly. Maybe if you apply for a loan, you can just plan accordingly. So, today I'll break down the real cost of starting every type of business. So, stay by the end so that you can understand it completely. Okay, first, let me tell you why every startup cost article you have read online, maybe on any blog, on any social site, maybe LinkedIn, is probably useless. So, problem number one, they only show the initial costs. So, everyone talks about registration fees, website costs, but nobody talks about what happens in next after 3 months, that is in month 4, when you are still working but not making any money and your saving account is just running out. Just remember one example of a customer of mine. He just came for asking for a loan. Now he had spent 8 lakh on product development, his website, he built app and everything. But he didn't keep any money, zero for his marketing, or I can say runway. Now by the time he came to us, he was 2 months away from shutting down his newly launched startup. So problem number two, they don't account for your survival. Now please listen this carefully. Your business need money, right? But you need money to survive too, right? You for your rent, your food. Sometimes there are EMIs. Now those don't stop, right? Because you became an entrepreneur. Just because you are an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean that you will stop eating. It doesn't mean you will stop living, right? So these are your basic survival kit, right? Now, real startup cost is always equal to business expenses, that is your startup running expenses, plus your personal expenses for next 12 to 18 months. Okay, and now let's go to problem number 3. They ignore the hidden cost. Now, website hosting, payment gateway fees, GST registration, legal compliances, sometimes some software subscription that is required for running your business, and business insurance. These add up fast and you don't know. So today I'll break down in these all costs into 3 categories. First is for service, product, and manufacturing industries. And for each one, I will show you the real cost, including what maximum people usually forget. So let's move to service business breakdown. Okay, so let's start with this. Now, in the service business breakdown, there comes your consulting firm, digital marketing, maybe content creation, even coaching, freelancing, home services, all come under the service business category. Now, the good news is service business are the cheapest to start. Now, why? Because you are selling your time and expertise, not any physical product. But there is still real cost, right? So, let's break down them quickly. First, let's start with business setup. Now, this will cost you 20 to 40k, GST plus any registration required for your business, that cost you around 5 to 10k, because you will be going through some consulting agents, right? Now, legal document, if you are building say private limited, maybe LLP, maybe partnership firm, this will cost you 10 to 15k. And if you are using any accounting software, that I suggest definitely you must use, that will cost you another 5 to 10 15k. Okay, now next is digital presence. In today's world, digital presence is must. So you will need website plus hosting. This will cost you 15 to 40k. Now next is marketing materials, that cost you 10 to 25k. And just basic tools like email, CRM, or maybe any SMS facility, right? This will cost you another 5 to 15k. So this total include 30 to 80k. And then we go to operation activities. Now, so if you first is workspace. If you're starting from home, then definitely that costs you zero. But if you are co-working, or maybe you are renting a place, if I can say you are renting for minimum, then for 6 months it can be 60k, right? Your laptop, your iPhone, phones, these are for 30 to 60k. And then comes your marketing budget, which maximum people ignore, that is 20 to 40k. This price is for your first 6 months. Okay, now next goes is your survival. That is most important, right? You are a human. You need food, you need shelter, you need your basic clothing, you need internet, right? Now this will cost you 15 to 50k per month, and you can count this expense for at least 6 to 12 months until your business does not generate sufficient income, right? And this cost is non-negotiable if even you are starting a freelancing activity, right? Now this best work for, I told you, digital marketing agency, maybe you are content writing the blogs, websites, maybe you are consulting, coaching, graphic design, accounting service, home tutoring, or maybe simple event planning. Now, if I will say that, here's a pro tip from me: if you want to start as a freelancer, please start it while you are employed. You can add during when you are employed, you will be having a salary income. You can build clients. You can, at the same hand, you can save the money, and then after you have generated same income as your job, you can just leave your job and go for a full time uh, business basis, right? Now I have seen this works hundred of times, and you can do it the same. So now let's talk about the product business. This is e-commerce business that you see on maybe Flipkart, Amazon, Meesho, or Shein, any website, right? This is your e-commerce, D2C brands, apps, software, online courses, and maximally your physical products also. This include everything you sell. Now this is significantly more expensive to service industry, because here you are creating something tangible that you need to produce, right? You need to store them, you need to ship them, right? Now let's break down the cost. Let's start with setup. If you are going for registration, for just say LLP or maybe private limited, it will cost you 15 to 30k. And if you are going for trademark plus legality, it will also cost you another 15 to 30k. Now next is product development. In this, if you have prototypes plus samples, they will cost you 50k to 2 lakh. Your packaging design, maybe you can say from 20 to 50k. And when you are doing a product business, you need to require some initial inventory. And say if you start even minimum, you have to start with 50k, right? So let's count this cost from 50k to 2 lakh. Okay, then is your digital infrastructure. If e-commerce website, suppose you are selling from Flipkart, maybe Amazon, or any e-commerce website, then it's okay, they are completely free, right? But if you have your own website hosting or anything, the marketplace fee can cost you 50k to 1.5 lakh. And product photography, if you want to design a perfect photo, you need to hire a say photographer, or maybe you are designing it, you need 10 to 25k for that. And your payment gateway will cost you 30k to 1 lakh, right? Now then comes for a product business, that is most important, is marketing. Now if you are doing marketing, nowadays social media marketing is very famous, right? You run ads, say Google ad, maybe Facebook ad, maybe WhatsApp ad, and WhatsApp business ad, I'm talking about Instagram ad. Now this can cost you very high, 30k to 50k per month. And you have to count this cost minimum for 6 months. And until people are aware about you, you need to run this, right? So you need to count this cost. And influencer marketing is trending nowadays. Now these influencers take from your 20k to 1 lakh depending on what type of influencer you hire. You need to add this cost too. Then comes our content creation. Now since you are hiring content creation, this also require, if you are hiring any professional, 20 to 50k, right? Now this is where people I have seen underestimate the most. Now you can build a great product, I agree, but getting people to buy it, it's not easy. That takes money. You need to tell the people about you, right? And then comes your logistics. And logistic comprises of your warehousing. Say its rent can be maybe 10k to 30k per month. Then your shipping setup plus your packaging cost, it adds another 20 to 50k. Now return handling, you can budget it also, right? Because you never know, someone will like your product, maybe they will return it, anything, right? Now and next goes your survival. You are a human again, so you are 25 to 50k per month for 12 months. You need to add this cost. And and trust me, product businesses take time to scale, correct? So total cost here your comes is 8 to 15 lakhs. Minimum 8 lakhs is required. Lean, right? Now simple product marketplace, only limited marketing. Realistic is, if I say 12 to 15 lakhs, because that displays your quality product, your own website, your proper marketing strategy, and minimum 12 to 15 months runway, right? Now this product business works for, already told you, D2C, food brands, cosmetics, apparels, accessories, home decor, even your eco-friendly products, and artisan goods that are trending nowadays. So finally, the last one comes is manufacturing businesses. Now, this is if you are making product as at the scales, like maybe furniture, electronics goods, or say processed food, garments, machinery, anything like that you are creating. Now, this business is the most capital intensive one. You require actual setup, production facility, and it has a huge capital investment, right? Now let's break down. So setup cost will include its factory license, and if you want pollution, if your industry require pollution clearance certificate, you need that, fire safety, and now these all can cost you 30 to 80k. Then comes your legal compliances, it's another add up 20 to 70k. And then goes your infrastructure. Obviously you are setting a factory, manufacturing plant, then that requires your factory license. um, Sorry, that is your factory rent work, or maybe if you are hiring any workshop, their rent, or maybe any storage place, right? And then also if you are machinery and equipment, right? Because you are manufacturing, you need machinery and equipments to manufacture your products, okay? So you can add that cost too, depending on your what product you are manufacturing, what type of industry you are in. So machinery and equipment cost will vary accordingly. Now next comes operations. Now this will require raw material, and if you are manufacturing something, then initially at least you require 1 to 5 lakh of your raw materials. Then we can consider manpower, because someone will be working, right? Now their salary for 3 months, it can be one varying from 1 to 3 lakh, right? Say you will not engage only one person, right? If you are opening a factory, then minimum 3 to 10% will be there, correct? Now, and if you're running a factory, it will require utilities like electricity, water bill, everything, right? And it also has maintenance expenses. Then you need to count that too. And maintenance expenses and these utilities can be varied from 15k to 1.5 lakh. And then next comes is your marketing and distribution cost. If you are doing B2B marketing and trade shows, it takes 1 to 4 lakhs. If you are going through distributor network setup, it will also cost you 1 to 4 lakh. Now let's talk about working capital. That is the most critical. Many manufacturing I have seen fail due to this. Now this is the clever one. Okay. Now you give distributors say your product on 30 to 90 days credit, but in the period of 30 to 90 days, you need to pay your bills, your suppliers from whom you are purchasing, your employees. Right now, this gap, if you do not fill it, this can kill your businesses, right? So you have seen maximum businesses take working capital limit from the banks to fulfill this gap, right? Now next is, since again you are human, you are survival. 25 to 50k of your monthly expenses for 12 to 18 months, and manufacturing takes longest to break even, correct? So total cost, if we count all, it will be from 15 lakh to 50 lakh. Now small scale 15 to 25 lakh, this is realistic, but 30 to 50 lakhs with proper working capital is actual expenses. Now manufacturing business apply to say food processing unit, your garment manufacturing, furniture production, your maybe electronics assembly, chemical manufacturing, packaging material, anything that is producing the goods. So now, before we wrap up, let's here are the some hidden costs that the maximum people forget. So let's quickly revise them. Now, first is GST and taxes. Please budget 20 to 30% extra when you are planning for starting your startup. Now you have to pay GST upfront, but you will get your refund later. You have to give your income tax advance payment, professional tax. These all are included in GST and taxes. Then comes your contingency funds, right? That are 18 to 20%, that maybe say things will go wrong, right? Machines will break down, employees will quit, suppliers will delay, and have a buffer, right? And next comes opportunity cost. Now your salary from a job, since you are working, you need some salary for your survival. Now this is the money you are not earning. Factor this in, please include this in. As in most of the entrepreneurs, they say, "Arey, mera hi to business hai, this is my business, I don't need to drop." But you need to, you are also an employee who is working, right? Now next comes professional services. Now you need a CA. You are not some professional who can do your accounting. You need someone, you need lawyer, you may need business consultant to grow. So you need to include these professional services cost even, right? And this can range from 2k to 10k, and you need this in your businesses, right? Now next come the last one is subscription creep. Now we can we in subscription creep, we include all those small subscription add up, like software, tools, platforms, your maybe internet, anything. Now you need to track these carefully, because there are some subscription you need initially, but with time you don't need. So you need to track them and delete them accordingly. So add 20 to 30% to whatever you have budgeted. Now Murphy laws applies to startup too. Trust me. Now, so now you have all the hidden cost, all the real cost. Now services business take 2 to 5 lakh. They are lowest risk, because you can start as a freelancer when in your job. Now they are fastest to start. uh, and then next comes this product business, requirement 8 to 15 lakhs. They are moderate risk businesses, and potential is very high, correct? Now sorry, next comes manufacturing businesses with 15 to 50 lakhs of capital required, highest risk, because highest capital is needed, right? Now here's what I want you to remember, that these numbers should not scare you, they should prepare you for the futures, right? I know startups that have failed, they underestimated the cost and they ran out of money just in 3 months. And the ones who succeeded, they knew exactly what is the number and where their every rupee is going. So before you start up, just make a detailed spreadsheet of everything, check again and again, list every expenses, add, in fact add 30% of buffer, the maximum one. Then figure out how you will fund it. Maybe from savings, families, you will take some loans, and maybe you need some investors. So if this really has helped you, please subscribe and hit the bell button, and drop in the comment which business type you are planning, so maybe service, product, or manufacturing, and what's your budget. I will try to give the feedback. And please remember, starting small is not just a starting wrong. Some of the most successful businesses we see today just started with 2 lakhs, and their business has succeeded. That was due to their smart execution. So until next time, keep building smart. See you in the next one. Thank you. That's all for today. If this has helped you, please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment. And in the comment section, let me know what was your today's biggest takeaway. See you in the next video. Until then, keep building smart. Thank you.